All right, guys, welcome to our information session this Wednesday, December 18th. We're 1 week out of Christmas here, guys, or heading into Christmas. We're so excited because we got an incredible group here that has come to share with us and be with us tonight. We're a little festive. You'll see us in our colors, and we're just excited for what has happened in 2024 and also what's about to transpire in 2025. My name's Angel Chandler. I'm here with Paul Capozio and then our incredible team that we'll introduce as we do this. Usually you'll see Paul and I do this presentation. It's about 30 to 45 minutes. But tonight it's all about the testimonials. And that's because we want you to hear these incredible stories. We want you guys to be able to have the tools. Let's use this as a tool moving forward to be able to share these. Let's feature the people who are here and growing this company. But also, as we've shared in past calls, guys, when we were in Toronto last month, we just saw a room full of people sharing testimonials and people raising their hands saying, I need that product. I need to join this company. I need this. And then out of that month, we've heard, wow, this is working. These are my results. I'm getting goosebumps already just saying that. We're hearing so many different results from this product. Honestly, I would like to say, Paul, that there's not a day that goes by that we don't hear a new testimonial from one of our team members, which is really incredible. So we're here tonight to celebrate that. We're here to Wanda, I love the
Hi,
hat.
Wanda. I
Yes,
love that you did that. All right, go.
perfect.
What'd
So
she do?
she's got her hat on. I love it. This is our team, guys. This is our family.
And she got on.
This is us. Take a love
She's gonna
us or
start
hate
crying right away.
us. We're this dysfunctional family with functional hormones. So we're having fun doing it, and we know that next year is just going to be an incredible opportunity for people who decide to do this as a business. Maybe you don't, maybe you just love the products and you're here, or maybe you're taking a look and somebody's invited you and you're like, what are these people and why are they doing this? We really want to share something life transforming for you, especially from the health side of things. Whether you want to be a customer, distributor, you just want to take a look, you're just hanging out with us tonight, we welcome you here. We hope you have an incredible holiday season, and we want to have some fun tonight and celebrate our people. So Paul, I know we have our first video testimonial, guys. This is actually, I'll let you introduce Peg. Paul.
So Peg Tucker was one of the first people I had the pleasure of working with at New Life. And when Peg really first started with us, she was in the company for a couple of years, and then we started coaching each other, or I was coaching her actually. And she would be so shy. Even though she recruited about 50, 60 people in her first year, she wouldn't even put her video camera on when she was on a Zoom call. She was really all about just staying below everybody's radar, including her own and including her prospects. And if you know anything about Peg Tucker right now, Peg Tucker is probably our premier social media influencer in the entire company. I don't think anybody does more videos. I don't think anybody understands or has developed things on TikTok and other areas. But we owe a debt of gratitude to Peg, because I don't think there's a single opportunity presentation or PowerPoint presentation that doesn't include her first 4-year journey in New Life. So we owe her a debt of gratitude, because not only have I become successful, I'm glad that she's on my team, but I know that a lot of people have sold a lot of gel because of Peg, and we owe her a debt of gratitude. But let's listen to her testimonial.
I've been on the product, so I started it just turning 56. I'm 62 now. Did not expect to feel this good. I wish I felt this good when my kids were in middle school, that, when I was in my 40s. It has changed the way I am able to be present for everything. I've just got so much more energy and vitality and so much a better outlook, not being in pain, not being stressed, having that energy, getting good sleep, having good focus. It changes the way my kids are adults now, but they notice the difference in me. Like my daughter recently said to me, Mom, I've never seen someone have a transformation like you've had. And she doesn't just mean physically or appearance. She means in the way I am. too, just the way I'm present. And I know we talk a little bit about the business on this call, and I just want to say that go back 6 years, this time of year, I was doing things, I was putting things on a credit card that I knew damn well I shouldn't, because I knew in January I was already stressing about that January bill coming because my cards were, and I was the mom whose daughter followed her around the grocery store with a calculator so that we would make sure that it wasn't going to max out my card, that I wasn't going to get to the register and have my card declined. To not have that in my life anymore, this is one of the things that drives me, John, to share this business with people, because I would lay awake at night thinking, am I going to leave a legacy of debt to my kids? That was a heavy burden as a mom.
Guys, if you don't listen to another testimonial in New You Life, listen to Peg's testimonial. She's had probably one of the preeminent results on the product of almost anybody here on a physical transformation, meaning it looks like she had a facelift, it looks like she had work done, right? But also that she was able to retire debt from her business, that she was able to have that feeling go away about that maxing out of the credit card thing. You know how many people are in that situation right now, and we wonder if they're going to want to listen to us about this opportunity, or maybe to think network marketing is not a real business, or whatever objections you're getting in your own head. That's exactly where they are, in your own head, and you got to get them out of there. People need this business. It takes away the major barriers to starting a business. There is really no cap or max to the income you could make here. The only thing that holds you back is you. Talking to more people, building some opportunities. And you're seeing it, guys. You're seeing people coming in brand new into the company and excelling right from the get-go. You're seeing it. So the proof is there. You just got to look for it. And then you got to say, okay, what am I doing or not doing that's affecting me? What am I letting stand in my way? Why is it working for one person and not another? Will you make more money with 30 people than if you do 2? Of course, that's the business. What you need to understand is this is a business of duplication. It's not a business of you and you alone. If anything, I'm here and Angel are here and Kate and Teresa and a lot of the big leaders are here to keep the engine running, to make sure that there's oil in the engine so it doesn't burn out. That's what the business becomes, but you have to let people excel. Francisca's doing amazing. I mean, she recruited someone today. If this person falls in love with the business, falls in love with the product, it will change not only that person's life, but Francisca's life. One person. Okay, I don't want to get into details or whatever, but that's what it takes. And you got to talk to them. And sometimes you got to go through 100 people to find that one person. Right? I want to talk about the holidays because I got my holiday jacket on. My enrollment date in New You Life is December 24th, 2017. That's Christmas Eve. Don't tell me people don't join network marketing companies during the holidays. Don't tell me that I'm taking the holidays off, because the guy who called me got me to say yes on Christmas Eve. And it's probably, I'd love to look at the time. I'm pretty sure it was close to either anywhere between 6 and 8 o'clock in the evening. Okay, I was sitting at my home bar with my laptop, signing up for this gel that I never heard of. Would you sponsor a Paul Capozio on Christmas Eve? Okay, you'd sponsor me on Halloween. You'd sponsor whatever. I don't know if I would be, your ideal candidate, but yeah, I get it. No, but thank you for supporting me. Angel, any of your thoughts on Peg's testimonial and Peg's journey?
Oh yeah, I mean, Peg's incredible. We share her picture all the time. If you guys come to our regular presentations that we do, we show Peg's before and after. We show just her 4-year. Wait till you guys see her in person at her 7-year, right? She's a completely different woman. And what you see on the outside is just reflecting what has happened on the inside of her, not only just health-wise
Not
and
just the
physically.
product.
Yeah, not just the product. It's what's happened transformational. I'm blessed to be able to sit on the phone and on Zooms with that woman many hours every single week and enjoy her presence. And that's what we really create here is family and friends that will last a lifetime. Um, she is a true testimonial, especially to women. I mean, we're talking about hormonal health products. We're talking about hormonal balance. The message of this company, and for those of you, if you're just joining us, you're just taking a peek and you're like, I don't know what I want. I don't even know what you're talking about yet. We're talking about a product line that is a hormone balancing product that most women don't even know about yet. And we're talking to women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, who, if they had this product in their hand, and you're going to hear stories tonight about what that product is doing for women, but not just women, men, women in their 20s, 30s, thyroid issues, adrenal issues, what do you call it? Andropause, Paul, for the
Andropause. Yep.
lower testosterone, libido, guys, for relationships, right? What if you guys could each have a bottle and that was solved? That is relationship saving, right? That's what we're seeing.
Just think about a joint application night between you and your loved one. That alone would spark put a
Goodness
spark in
gracious.
your relationship.
So who's going to be our first tonight, guys? We're passing it over to our team of distributors, customers. We hear incredible stories all the time, and we want you to hear from them getting spicy.
Yeah, we've seen powerful testimonials that just highlight how New Life's not just a business, guys. It's a movement. It's a movement for people's health. It's a movement for people's confidence. It's a movement towards a financial independence, or even just people like adding to their income. Like, how many people are really disappointed right now they didn't buy Bitcoin? Here's your Bitcoin. Here's where you can take $199 or even $2,000, build a business, right, and get a return on that investment. And I tell people, I was just telling a new distributor today, Sergio, that I said, Sergio, listen, when you're presenting this, if the worst thing that happened was they joined for $1,000 or $2,000 and they made $200 a month for the rest of their life, take $2,000, put it in a savings account right now, and tell me what you're going to get at the end of the year. You're not going to get $200 a month. You're actually going to get charged $5 a month in service charges from your bank. So tonight we want to share the stories, not only about remind us of what we do, but guys, it's got to remind you of why you're doing this. Refresh your memory about why you got into network marketing, then refresh your memory about what you saw in New Life. Even if that dream or that desire that hasn't come true yet for you, whether it's my fault because of not giving you the proper coaching, or your fault for not being committed, or just the timing, remember, I'll take blame, guys. Tonight is a day for renewal. It's a day for hope. It's a day for change. It's a day for promise. I'm serious about this, guys, because you're going to see a lot of changes to where Angel and I are going to be doing in 2025. You're not going to see a lot more of these calls. You guys, some of you haven't even been inviting to these calls. Well, they're going to change. They're not going to be there for you anymore. There's going to be something else that's going to be more impactful. We've been working on stuff now for a good 6 months. But what I'm going to tell you is you need to refresh your memory of why you got into network marketing and then why you got into New Life. If it's happened for you, there's more to come. Trust me, Kenny will tell you. There's so much more to this business that you haven't experienced yet. And I'm not just talking about going diamond. Back to you, Angel.
For sure. Well, we've got our first. I just want to talk about Teresa real quick because she's got her hand up, and she was just on our Gel and Tell on Monday night. I posted your recording up on my story to promote this call, Teresa, because it's so like I couldn't even. I have 6 minutes of you speaking, and I had to pick out which 1 minute was the best section. So I can't wait to hear you. We're doing about 60 seconds tonight, guys. I mean, 60 seconds to 2 minutes, whatever you can condense your story into. But Teresa has been one of those joys that you find in building a team. She's here because of Kate Unger and their relationship. The first time we met her, it was just like, ooh, I love this woman. She had the best line to recruit women. And I'm not going to repeat it here, but it was the best line. And I'm like, oh, this woman's got it all. So go ahead and share your testimonial, Teresa, whether it's business, product, both, whatever you want to say tonight, you go for it.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to keep it short, not do a 6-minute thing. And I'm going to share this for all the people who know women who are suffering with menopause or, are currently in that state. I did the math. I've been suffering with menopausal symptoms for 22 years. And for 15 of those years, I took very expensive, heavy duty bioidentical drugs. And as I had said to Angel, I'd have drank poison to make the symptoms go away. They were that unpleasant. When Kate reached out in August and I looked at that little 5-minute video, I just got right. I said, how do I get that? I just, okay, it's natural. It looks like it could work. And I have to tell you, it took 6 weeks for me to recognize that I didn't have symptoms anymore. I'm at the end of my 3rd month, and I can also now, this is embarrassing stuff for some people, but I don't get embarrassed by pretty much anything. The bladder leakage stopped. I used to get these random hairs that grew like overnight, like little wires out of my face. I've had one in the last month. I used to have to pluck a couple out every week. So I know something's correcting. And it's only 3 months and I'm really excited. Yeah. Yay.
Wow, Teresa, that's great.
I love
Well,
that.
yeah, that was a very, very telling testimony. Thank you for sharing that, because I think that is an issue for a lot of people,
Well, it's women going through the issues where they're like, what the heck's going on? Like, no, thank you. I don't want this stuff, right?
Angel, I remember going to my doctor and I'm like, Doc, I got this like mole here that I never had. I got this. He goes, well, you're getting older. I'm like, no, but spots are appearing overnight. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kenny, I'd like you to share a little bit. And hey, Nancy, I'd like you to share a little bit about a little bit more what's to come for the people who haven't gone diamond yet, and for the people who, have not spent a lot of time with Alexi. We've traveled the world, we've been to Macau, we've seen crowds of thousands of people. Go back to Las Vegas, how many years ago? A little bit of that. For people that haven't really tasted, they're getting on a Zoom and maybe there's 32 people on tonight and 80 people or 20 people on a Zoom, but a little bit about what really the scope and breadth of what we have here.
So can I do my testimonial first? That's what I wanted to
No,
share.
absolutely not, because you're going to get into the whole sex drive thing and, go ahead, Kenny.
Thank you. So Kenny Olson, and had the good fortune of having Paul Capozio come into my business within 7 days of me getting involved. I got involved on December 18th of 2017. And I was on a cholesterol medication, simvastatin. I was on a thyroid medication, levothyroxine. I had allergies that were seasonal, and a couple products stopped working for me. I was on Zyrtec, that stopped working for me. I was on Claritin, that stopped working for me. And I was on Allegra, and that worked. But again, it was seasonal. So, and I was probably drinking, I don't know, 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day. And over time, I went on, all doctor supervised, went off of my allergy medication, went off of levothyroxine, went off of simvastatin. And I'm 59, I just turned 59. I'm on no drugs, no pharmaceutical drugs. I use all of our products. I'm extremely active. I'm more active today than I was 20 years ago. And I just have a lot of energy as a result of the gel. And our products are sensational. Our formulator is amazing. Paul and I have had the good fortune of traveling extensively with Alexi, and we know the heart of Alexi. So heart health, blood pressure health, cholesterol health. I say that the gel, it's health and wellness, it's fitness, and it's beauty, balled into one. You know, the fitness piece, faster recovery from injury, from surgery, from working out. The beauty piece, better skin, better hair, better nails. And I know that, so I love Paul, and can get a little dicey. He knows how to mix it up. And I was at in a salon, and the woman was selling the gel out of the salon. This is about 2 or 3 years ago. And I asked, she was early 60s. I said, "How are you doing on the gel?" And I always ask that question because you'll get a host of answers, and they're usually favorable. And she said something I had never heard a woman say before. And it was, I'll censor it. She said, "Unless it begins with a C, auntie." And when she said that to me, I was like taken aback, and I completely got what she was talking about because she was just in a better mood. She had a better sense of well-being, and things that normally upset her that she would react to with her husband, her children, she wasn't responding to that way. And that's the gel puts you into, you're into homeostasis, your adrenals, your thyroid, your pituitary. And Paul, you're as gifted as anybody when it comes to explaining what the gel does for people. But as Alexi said to us early on, when we didn't necessarily believe it, because we were a couple days into the equation, we didn't have all of these testimonials to talk about. We didn't even know anyone that we could talk to that was on the gel other than him and Ellie and maybe a host, Joe Giuliano. So I've never felt stronger about this company, the direction that we're headed in, how this compensation plan pays out. And we have a real hormone health vertical. And, I've been hearing you talk most recently about Somanite. I think Somanite is a sensational product.
Yep.
And I use it. I'm a 5-day on, 2-day off. I use everything 5-day on, 2-day off. But our gel is our flagship. Our gel launched us. This is the original, the OG.
Yeah, that one actually, if you look closely, Kenny, on the label, it says makes you less auntie.
There you go.
It was
No,
our
actually,
slogan for the first couple of years, and then we
that
got
is
in
not even
trouble.
the original. That was the original.
That's the original
to this
HGH.
to
Yeah.
this network.
Yep.
And so we have something really special. We have an owner who doesn't have any resentment about people earning, the type of income that has been able to be earned here. So you're just in the right spot, and you have Paul and Angel. I'm watching what you two are doing with your leadership skills and with the content that you're putting out, and kudos. So I wanted to jump on and share that.
Thank you, Kenny, and happy anniversary. It's your 7-year anniversary today.
Oh, it is. Thank you very much. You know what, Angel? I did not even realize that.
7
Yeah.
years with New Life.
I heard about it on a Friday, December 15th. I ordered it on December 18th. Yes,
Right on.
that was the day that I bought my 8 bottles, and I got it on December 20th.
Would you ever change that decision?
No. The only decision, maybe I should have gotten involved on December 15th.
On the 5th, I was just going to say that, Kenny. Think about
That's
this.
my only regret, right?
Exactly.
Probably one of the best stories was I got in December 24th. Eric Sturkin got in 1 day behind me, and he did a calculation. And in the first 2 years, it cost him $250,000 by not being in a day before me or an hour before me.
Yeah, timing is really important with a hybrid binary, and I know people get in on their own timeline, but if you can convey to them the importance of getting in before someone else gets in, that could be a runner, and they're coming in.
Yeah, they are coming in, and we're getting more and more significant players. But I'll tell you that most people don't realize the one regret I hear from everyone is I should have got started sooner. Either building, Angel talks about it. She had a position here for a couple of years before she started to build. I said that I did nothing for the first 3 months in the business but used the product. All the biggest mistakes, or just not getting in soon enough, making the decision. Guys, for a couple of $100, the biggest challenge is finding the motivation, finding the mindset, finding the personal development to be able to take it to the right level. whatever that right level is for you. Angel, should we
I think we open it up. Who's next? Kate, Mandy, Kate. Mandy put her hand up first, then Kate.
Hello, everyone. I think I have some friends on here that I can't
course.
see because they're messaging.
Everyone's your friends. Everyone is your friend.
Oh, right on.
So I know you wanted 60 seconds.
And
So
there's
let
some in the
me,
gallery too.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Let me try to wrap this up quick because I know you're trying to be fast. I'm in a fight for my bones. Mom and my sister, my whole female side of my family is osteoporosis, osteopenia, osteoarthritis, all of these things. I'm almost 59. I'll be 59 next month. And my bone density is low, and I'm right on the cusp of all of these diseases in the next 10 to 20 years. So I have been lifting weights, I've been eating all the protein, I've been doing all the stuff, and I just see my muscles getting less and less. Like I'm fighting against my own lack of estrogen, whatever is going on with my hormones. I go to the doctor says, everything looks normal, everything's fine. I'm sweating, like I've got all these things going on. So I know I need some help, right? I need some assistance in this battle. So my doctor referred me to a functional medicine doctor. I looked into it, $1,400 for the intake interview, $800 for every follow-up visit. That's not including tests, not including supplements. I'm like, I can't afford to output all of that and not even know if it's going to work or not, right? So anyway, when I saw this gel, I thought, okay, well, it says right on the bottle, may increase bone mass, may increase, like right on the bottle. And then all the ingredients are on the back of the bottle. There's no like proprietary blah, blah, blah. It's all laid out, straightforward, honest. Here's what's in it. So I thought, what have I got to lose? Like it's $140. It's not 3,000 or whatever the other option was. It's got a 60-day guarantee. Let me give it a try. Let me see what happens for me, because I heard testimonials and everyone's got different stuff going on. So I am 5 weeks in, a month and a bit in. Definitely sleeping better. No more night sweats. And I have one of those fancy scales that doesn't just show your weight. It shows your muscle, your bone mass is going up, muscle mass is going up. And I heard those scales are 97% accurate. I read that as well. That's a new thing I found out this week. I've got less hair falling out. Like this is, 59-year-old, no dye, but there's like not hair falling out, right? And yeah, so bones, muscle, digestion. I do take probiotics, but I've noticed the last few weeks, instead of taking 2, I only need 1 because digestion is starting to, I guess each week, new things start to progress along, right? So I'm just excited because I have my next bone scan in September. I'm excited for those numbers to go up because I'm feeling something's happening on the inside. And that's, yes, the other things are nice. The cosmetic things are nice, but if I can get those bones going in the right direction, I know so many people that this can help. So that's my quick in a nutshell, but loving it so far. I've also got on the collagen now, so that's started. I did try the tri-MLT, but haven't quite figured out when best to take it yet, but I'm playing with the other stuff too, so.
I love it. And you know what? We have, like I've shared with you that we've seen the bone density scans go up with this product. Of course, we can't make any claims, but we have seen people have that result with it. So that's fantastic. I can't wait for you to see yours go up. And you're just an incredible rock star. Mandy came to our Toronto event and built her team. I think 4 or 5 people joined your team in that 4 and now she's hosting an event where we're going to her house on January 12th in the Toronto area, Brampton, Toronto, guys. We'll be out there and in the downtown Toronto area, but she's hosting her own event. And we're just so excited. Blessed to meet you and Paul, and so excited to hear the results.
And so far for Toronto, there's 3 events scheduled, right? One's at the restaurant, Teresa. What's the name of the restaurant?
La Sala.
It's called La Sala. It's in the beaches right on Queen Street. Lots of parking on the street and very easy TTC accessible.
So that's an open meeting for everyone, right? We don't want to be traipsing all over Mandy's carpets, so she's doing a private meeting. But the other two meetings, one is going to be at La Scala restaurant. We're going to be there. We got the upstairs room. What?
La Sala.
Oh, La Sala. I'm sorry. La Scala is the opera house. Okay. So, and then we have another one. Do we have the other location yet?
Brandon
Oh,
is-
yeah. Where is she? She was here.
Wait, I'm here. I'm here.
Where are you?
I
Oh, there
don't
you
know.
are. Hi, Brenda.
I
I'm
see
sorry. Hi.
myself.
Hi.
That's
Brenda,
okay.
promote your event too. You got
Yeah.
a great location, a great meeting room.
Yeah, it's a good meeting room. It's in top of Tobacoat near not too far from the airport, maybe 10 minutes at the most from the airport.
Top of Tobaco.
Yeah, north of Tobacoat.
No, I just wanted to say it because everybody made fun of me the first trip. Now I got it down.
Oh, top end of Etobicoke. Yeah, and it'll hold about 25, 30 people.
Awesome.
So anybody's welcome to join if they like, or bring your friends. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to do those two events. So the Teresa's event starts at what, Teresa? 4 a.m.?
4 a.m.
We've got the room from noon till 5.
So noon,
So-
we're going to start. We'll probably get started about noon, 12:30, something like that. Brenda, what time is your event starting?
10 a.m.
10
on
a.m.
Sunday. On the Sunday,
10
yeah.
10 a.m. on the Sunday. And then Mandy, you're 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon for your guests?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, great. There will be giveaways at every event. There will be sampling at every event. We don't have Kate there, so we're not going to demonstrate hydrate. No, I'm kidding. We'll demonstrate hydrate. Private joke, guys. If you were at the event, you'd know exactly why we're laughing at that. If you're not at the event, then you wonder why you're not a happy person. It's because you're not building your business with us. So yeah, we're going to demonstrate hydrate. There's going to be giveaways. We may have been doing something interesting. Wendy, why can't I find anybody tonight? She was just here.
Wanda.
Wanda, I'm sorry. Wanda,
calling
where's
her
her Fitch call
Wendy.
Wanda?
I'm here.
Wanda. Where? Oh, there she is. Oh my God, right next to Kenny Olson. Sorry, Wanda. I keep calling her Wendy. Even
No
though she
worries.
does look like Wendy from Peter Pan right now with the hat on. The sleep cap. I don't know if you know anything about Peter Pan.
A little
So
bit.
Wanda came in a very, very interesting way. So you were at the first or second event in Toronto last time?
The first, I
The
think.
first event.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody how you got in? Because you actually won your position in the
Yeah.
company, and then you
Yes, I
went
did.
absolutely bananas. You bought more product than anybody, probably on this
Yeah.
call on the BOGO.
So yeah, that was pretty amazing. And I'm so glad that Teresa's my friend. Otherwise, I wouldn't know about this. And Teresa said, come. So I did to the event. And then I won because there was a contest and there were some draws and I won a somogram.
Actually, technically, Wendy won. I thought it was No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Okay, Wendy won.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then she gave it to Wanda. Okay. And yeah, so I just got on board and got started. But I was just so excited about all of the other products that were being talked about and the results that people were speaking of. And I thought, okay, I need me some of that and some of that. And so, and some of that.
4 of these and 2 of those.
So plus there was a promotional offer going on at the time too. So I got the body or the face mist, body mist, and
Yeah, let me demonstrate while you're talking about it.
and then the wrinkle remover stuff, and I got the Tri MLT, and I got the NeuroV, and that is really amazing. I really, really like that.
Product. My favorite product.
Fabulous product. And so my overall result, I mean, I just started, well, I'm in my second week, but my overall result in terms of how I feel, it's like this. Okay. I kind of like what Teresa was talking about the other night. I can't stop smiling. And okay, I was out
earlier this evening because I needed to do a couple of errands, and people are smiling at me, and I'm going like I'm looking like, is it me? Like, are they smiling at somebody else? But no, they're smiling at me. And I thought, okay, I must be exuding something that's really good here. Okay. And I think I have to capitalize on that a little bit.
Sure.
And so overall, I just feel happier. And I don't mean to put just in front of it, because that's a pretty amazing thing.
Yeah.
I'm in a
It is.
better mood. I'm happier. Things seem to be flowing for me. And I'm just like loving every moment of it. And I've been known to be a bit of a worrier. Well, I don't seem to be anymore. It's like, okay, whatever. And on to the next thing. And so there's a sense of ease in my life. Like I'm thinking, like, this is insane. Like, how can this happen? I'm just in my second week. Okay, like people are going to think that I've lost my mind or something, what's she talking about? But it's true. It's true. And that is really something to get excited about. And like Teresa again said something to me that really stuck with me. And she said, Wanda, it's about attitude. Like, we have something that everybody wants. Everybody wants this.
Wow, Wanda, from warrior to warrior.
Yes, exactly, Paul. Thank you. That's perfect.
I got to be honest with you. That's probably one of the best testimonies, because we love the wrinkles and we love the sleep and we love all of that stuff. But that's very empowering. Do you know how many people suffer from depression, or they self-isolate or do certain things and they don't even know why? Meanwhile, I'm sure when you were a little girl, you had a jump rope. I'm sure when you were a little girl, you skipped around the park and I wasn't much of a skipper myself as a young boy, but we had that when we were young. And Angel does a great thing about, when you were a kid and the belief was there and everything was possibility. So I want to ask Kate to share a little bit, but Kate's got a unique take on this, because most of us are like, I don't know what's in this stuff, but it's just amazing, right? And I don't know why you're experiencing what you're experiencing, but Kate has the unique talent to kind of understand that, not only can she get involved in I don't want to say the hype of the product, but the results of the product, the benefits of the product, but then also why, she's the type of person like, okay, I'm reading these ingredients, and if this works, I could see why. You know what I mean? And that's a very, very valuable thing to have as a team, but it's also a very valuable thing that you guys have when you're trying to share this information, especially to people who truly don't understand it. The testimonials are powerful. I think the second best thing is we got a really good product, and here's why. So Kate, you've had some great results on the product too. I love that the fact that nothing happens right away and overnight, right? We know that there's an investment in time here. You're an amazing asset to this team, amazing asset to the company, and I don't think half the company has even realized your talent yet. And I'm sure that's going to happen when we have a national. Oh no, I'm not trying to do it that way. I'm actually edifying. I'm not. I'm really, truly am. And I don't think it's an issue. No pressure at all. Kenny, what we have is, if you remember, Rimka on steroids is really what we have with Kate, because she's got. How do I say this to be recorded? Because I actually just spoke to Stephanie today. Are you familiar with what's going on with Chip, Kenny?
He's not well.
Yeah, I know. So we'll
Yeah.
talk about it later. So
Yeah.
the bottom line is, but I think she's got all of the knowledge base, but she's got a heart too, So Kate, share with us a little bit about your experience, your excitement about this, and then, some of the fact that there's a really good product here, like scientifically, or however you want to put it.
Yeah. So many gifts since the day that the door opened and we had our first conversation. So, just really quickly, the last 4 years for all of us has really been life-changing, I think, in some way. And we've all gone through our challenges and things like that. And I was not in any space. I'd lost a lot in the first couple of years. And then went through my own grieving process and was really focused on my music. It really was a big part of my healing. And I was not interested. I swore I'd never do network marketing again. I was like, no, I was so burned out. And then I came to a place where a light bulb went on when I said, you know what? I've been through all of this. I'm done with the darkness. People have thrived in much worse times than the world seems to be going through now. And so it's my time. And within a couple of weeks, I was introduced to Angel and Paul. And we had an incredible conversation. I felt like I had come home. And I was a yes before really knowing anything. I felt it in my gut. And I didn't just feel it in my gut. It was like, everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences. And I can tell you that I actually asked other people as I spoke to them and I saw their faces. I said, you can feel this, right? And they went, yeah. Because they didn't even know why they were saying yes. They just knew that it worked. And that's the way that I felt. And so from the first day, I did feel something. And Wanda, your testimony is like, hey, she got it. She got it. Because the first day I put it on, I felt peace. I was going, what is going on in my body? And the word I heard was peace. I felt a deep sense of peace. I said, well, I don't know which botanical that was, but it was amazing. And within a couple of days, Bruce said, you've changed. And I went, okay, what are you noticing? And he said, you're more lighthearted, you're happier, you're singing as you're walking through the house again. So that's a big deal. And then it just continued. So there's been so many things that have changed. My tipping point for jumping on the product and almost jumping across the border to pick it up was that I had the possibility of not having painful sex. The possibility. Because how many women go through that when they go through the change of life or before? And how, if this worked, that would be amazing. So yes, there's been healing. Am I there yet? Nope, but there's been healing, and that's really exciting for me. I'm seeing things and experiencing things I never expected. I have a confidence now that I never had before. Before I started, I was taking my music with me to the stage all the time because I was so afraid I was going to forget the words. Would get stressed. I'd lose my place. And I haven't really shared that piece. Last night I sang on stage, and the night before I sang on stage. No book, no music, no nothing, no problem. I performed better than like as far as body movement and freedom on the stage, the expression that I shared. I was so full of joy. I felt like I was going to lift off the stage. It was like just that place, that part of me was back in a bigger way than I'd experienced it before. There is a sense of commitment, belief, vision like I haven't had before. There's so many things that aren't logical that it's like, and it's like there's a knowing that I know, and now I want to know more. So I have many questions to ask when we haven't had that conversation yet. Oh, another big one showed up the other day. I had this big aha moment. I had body pain for probably 5 years. Like 5 years from before I started, going back 5 years, at least 5 years. Every time I worked out, I would hurt so bad. It was stupid. Nobody could tell me what it was. Nobody could suggest anything. And I'm doing CrossFit. I went to my first CrossFit class. I was kind of scared because I didn't know what was going to happen. Normal body pain. I mean, I was exhausted at the end of it, which felt amazing. but I thought, oh, how much am I going to hurt tomorrow? And I felt it, but it was like, this is normal pain. This is, my muscles are damaged and they want to build. That was incredible to me. How many people are in pain and they don't know what it is and they call it something else? Like, who knows? Like, I started to think, what do I have? Do I have chronic fatigue or what? You know? So, brain, focus, memory, sleep, energy, love, less bitchy. Yes.
There's a common theme here with that, but you know, at least you use
And
bitchy.
everybody feels happier. I mean,
Yeah.
Teresa talked about not being able to wipe the smile off her face. I can so identify with that. There's just so much joy. You know, it's not putting that smile on because you feel like you should. It's just
Mm.
there. So
Thank you so
I
much,
think
Kate.
that'll
I
do it.
can't. I'm in shock about losing your place with the music and everything. I would have never assumed that ever. But it's great. We see things on and over and over and over again. Look, for me, this jacket was beige before I started the gel, and I want to say something which I shouldn't really say, but I say it on the opportunity calls. This bottle is still like probably now 25% full. I got this in Jamaica.
That's crazy. Mine's empty.
Is it?
I don't get it. I spray this at least 2 times a day, 3 times a day doing demos. I sprayed myself in Jamaica to try it out. I had sunburn on my back. I'm like, Angel, you got to do this because it's just, I'm dying here, right? This is from June. I'm almost mad at the company because I'm like, come on, $29 and I'm getting months out of this thing. It's ridiculous. Like, I got to make money here, right? I need people like using this stuff. And the cleanse too. So I think we need to understand this stuff because I think there's some value, like hidden value in the products that we could use as selling features for people. Now, if you're not getting that kind of time out of this, you know, I get it. I get it. People use products differently. You know what I mean? But holy camoles, right? The cleanser. I know that the lift goes quick. I don't want to say why it goes quick, but everybody's like, more is better, more is better. But I think we have such a diverse product line now that there's no way, if someone is patient enough and you as a team are knowledgeable enough and confident enough to talk to people about what their problem is and not what you think you're supposed to say at that moment. I think that's the biggest challenge for people in the business side of this, is that we want to have some pre-scripted language that's going to make us sound really cool instead of just talking to people. And if you talk to people, they'll tell you what's bothering them or what they wish. And if you're going gel, 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 and they're like, you know what I wish, I could find, and then shut the hell up and then listen. Because chances are, if it has to do with your brain, your hormones, your skin, your nails, or whatever could possibly, heart function, liver function, kidney function, there's something here for them. If you lost your car keys, what would you recommend? Just shout out. Nervy, right? If your shoulder hurts, what would you recommend?
Somaderm CBD or
Right. And the Somaderm itself. I wish we had AWE when I first started because one of the biggest benefits I had was my torn rotator cuff. And you guys know I go to the gym very regularly. I kind of lift heavy, and I wasn't able to do that. Tri-MLT, I'm probably one of the poster children of Tri-MLT. It was an amazing thing for me. It was literally life-changing in only 4 months. Neurovi is one of my favorite products that we have. Now, my new favorite is the Somanite.
Mhm.
I wake up without having, and then Angel turned me on to this. I was, waking up, hitting the snooze, whatever, groggy. I wake up just from that alone. I wake up fresher on Somanite. But now I'm starting to notice that my skin is looking better. I don't really care about that part of it, but if people are noticing, it's probably a good thing. You know what I mean? It's probably a good thing. Are you telling me to quiet or?
Oh, yeah, no, that was for Mandy. I was sending her kisses because she has.
Okay. I
I
don't know
want
because
to be able
sometimes.
to get to Mararis. I want to get to Monica. I want to get
Oh,
to
we're going overtime, Angel.
Francisca.
We're
I
definitely
know
going
you're
overtime.
not sticking to the 60 seconds whatsoever, Capozio. So, Mararis, actually, I want to give Mararis a shout out because we're texting right now about where to place her new distributors. So, congratulations
Nice.
on your team growing during the call, Mararis. But if you're able to open up, I know you've got young kiddos and it's almost Christmas time, and I'm sure you're really busy. If you have 60 seconds, because your anxiety testimonial was incredible. So
Oh, yeah.
I share it all the time. I don't even know, but I tell everybody about it all the time.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, well, thank you. I will try to be brief. And you got me just on time because I was about to start the whole like
Okay.
sleeping routine. So, okay, I started what, mid-October or so. I started with the gel and the Trimol tea. And immediately the first thing that I would say that I noticed was the sleeping. Like as a mom with 3 kids, and one of them is 3, she still nurses. For the most part, she sleeps well, but there's nights where she wakes up still. And when I went to bed that night, I even had like such vivid dreams. I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to sleep without this ever again. So that was the very first thing I noticed, and the night sweats as well. I'm not quite sure whether I am perimenopause, but I'm definitely think I'm getting into that. So I did have night sweats, and what I noticed immediately is like I can't sleep with any like long sleeve and long pants, and not even in the winter. And now I can sleep with everything and 2 covers, and I'm fine. So
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, I can actually wear normal winter clothes for sleeping now instead of like being just so hot. But one of the biggest things that I always tell Angel, which for me has been a big one outside of the energy output, which I truly, outside of the Simoderm, I really think the Tri-Multi, for me at least, it is such a big impact in energy, is the anxiety. So, anytime my kids, mom, all of this, I get very anxious, my chest gets really tight. If they start fighting or bickering, like I will lose it, right? Not the nicest picture of myself. And so what I noticed is that they would start, doing their whole thing, the bickering, the fighting, and the rush of the day or getting out the door. And I was so calm. I was just, okay. And I was like, oh my God, this is what normal people feel like. These are the people that are like strolling in the mall with no stress in their life. This is what they must feel, because that is not me. And especially, we do sports in the weekend and we're trying to get out the door. Just those simple tasks, they would get me very anxious, because I am very like, we need to leave, we need to be on time. And I don't feel that way anymore. And it was such a huge difference. We had a field trip. I was dealing with 5 girls plus all the other 3rd graders. And I would see the dad that was working with me, and he was like, girls, this way, this way. And the whole time I was so calm and just thinking, oh, I see that used to be me, but it's no longer me. So that for me has been the biggest thing. And I think the kids have noticed it. And so anytime my husband's dealing with them and he suddenly gets a little antsy, I'm like, you need to put the gel on, because you need to calm down and be more relaxed. And so for me, that has been the biggest thing. Outside of the energy, I was out without the Tri-Multi for like 2 weeks because I forgot to order on time, and then just sitting down to do it. And I had it today, and my day has been so much better today, my energy. So that's
good.
I think that's in a nutshell, some of the biggest highlights from the products.
Oh, well, and congratulations on your success. We're so happy you're here. You're a
Thank
part of this
you.
massive Latino team that's growing here, and we know your 2025 is just amazing. So thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing. And I love your story, because I think so many, especially moms with young kids, can relate to that. So go take care of your kiddos. Thank you, Mirage. Monica, I don't know if you're able to share. Are you there? Oh, there you are. Beautiful lady. How are you?
I'm great. Good evening, everyone.
Monica is one of our first distributors in Mexico. She's in Rosarito. And you just had such an incredible transformation. Your personal trainer noticed you were doing videos and you just share it all the time with just such a vibrance. Please excuse me. I have to go get my cord. So I'm listening. So I'm not, if I go off camera, I'm still listening, Monica, but people need to hear your story.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Monica.
Okay. I was like, good evening, everyone. Well, I met Angel through Facebook. I saw a post that she said something about making money and helping women with hormonal balance. So I reached out to her. She didn't reach out back. She thought it wasn't real. She said, I didn't know who you were. So she didn't really share what the product was. I'm like, can you please just tell me what it is? So she says, well, there's nothing like it. I'm like, yeah. So then I started watching her, and then I just bought it after coming to one of these calls. And I swear, within a week, I noticed sleep. Then I noticed energy. Then I noticed focus. And my hair grew. My knee stopped hurting. My trainer says, after 2.5 years, now that you're losing weight, what are you doing? I said, this gel. And I literally, now the number one thing also is digestion. My digestion has gotten so good. I couldn't have gluten or dairy before. Now I'm eating sourdough bread. I had pasta yesterday. So, and my stomach does not get bloated. It does not get bloated. So I'm really excited about it. And a lot of people are like, ask me, so what are you doing? I go, Somatropin. Do you know what Somatropin is? No. Well, call me. Send me a DM. And my cousin called me last night. So I'm telling them, what are you doing? It's called somatropin. I'm not even saying somaderm because somatropin is the main ingredient, correct? Yeah. So I've had great results. I'm now on my 5th month using it, and I sleep deeply. As a menopausal woman, that is so important, to sleep and actually sleep and not feel like you're half asleep. You wake up in the morning, you've got brain fog, and it's horrible. So it's been wonderful to me, and I can't wait to share it with all of the women and the men that need it too, going forward.
So Monica, on the business side, I want to congratulate you on something.
Okay.
I've never seen anyone who, I mean, you have some network marketing experience, but she has no problem. She's gotten me on the phone and Angel on the phone with some of the biggest leaders. I was just sent a message to Vicente today.
Yeah.
It's just a great I mean, she's bagging whales. So it's just a matter of time, but she has no problem. Her personality allows her, and the fact that she doesn't assume anything allows her to get on the phone with some of the major players, especially in Mexico in the network marketing industry. So that's just a matter of time before someone says, you know what, Monica? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. The timing is right. Because you can't expect a person who's committed their life to a company or life to a product or life to an industry to just stop and move the same way somebody who, hey, I've been here 3 years and I haven't recruited anybody, so I'll try anything, right? It's different than that. So I told her, I said, look, let's get some little fish in the boat while you're waiting for the big fish. But I know that when she does do that, it's going to be phenomenal. So I commend you on your confidence. I commend you on divorcing yourself from the outcome, but marrying the process. You're married to the process of communicating and talking to people, right? So it's just really, really a matter of time. So what I commend you on is doing the thing that we almost have to beg people to do. And is it painful? I mean, tell is it, tell me, I mean, is it tough to do? Do you find it easy? Help some other people out who just would never dream of making the phone calls that you make. And why are you getting people to say, yes, I'll talk to you?
Well, first of all, when I approach them, I really believe in the product because I've done other network marketing. And number one, the leadership wasn't there. So you and Angel are a big part of it. You guys are one of a kind, okay? Because I was just talking to someone today about that. They're like, so you're not going to ever, nope, not going to try that. I said, this is one of a kind. So when I say it's a one of a kind product to these leaders, I said it's hormonal and it helps men and women. when they say one of a kind, I tell them you're not going to have, this is no competition. So I think I grasp their attention when that comes in. Like I just went through my LinkedIn list today, and I just went, how you doing? Are you prepared for the holidays? And I just touched maybe 10, I was waiting for something. So 3 people responded. Oh, hola, just responded. I just touched them. I didn't pressure them from the information I originally sent to them, because, if they were so interested. But what I've noticed is that the men in Mexico jump on it quicker than the women. The women are just, they're just very, like they don't trust me. Who's this woman? So I'm new in that realm, right? In Mexico, because it's a very tight knit community. It's
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
knows everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody's
true.
talking about us, okay? Vicente already knew we were coming in. And Vicente, I sent him a message the other day. He goes, I'm doing great. Me and my wife are going out or something like that. So I still reach out to him. All the ones that we send product, I'm asking them, just how's it going? They haven't
Right.
said anything yet, but that's what I do. I just believe in the product. That's why I'm doing well, because I really believe it. It's one of a kind and it works. Like last night, my oldest friend, he's like, hey, so my mom told me that you lost a lot of weight on the midsection. What are you doing? I said, you know what? This is the 20th time I tell you it's the Somaderm. And don't ask me anymore, because this is BS. I got a little, like, I can talk to him that way. And he said, okay, just give me the link. So he bought the gel last night. I'm like, I'm tired of this shit. I lost the stomach, the midsection. They want to know what it is. And when I tell them what it is, I send them the link. Nobody buys it because, it's too expensive. I go, really? How much did you spend on dinner with me and you the other night? It was like $200. Don't give
How
me
much
that.
they spend on the food that made the belly in the first place? You'll never get that money back.
I said, so don't give me that, but he's a pilot and he spends most of his time sitting, and he has a lot of joint problems and back problems. I said, okay, if it doesn't work, you'll get your money back. I said, but at the end of the first month, I want you to apologize to me.
Fantastic.
You need to apologize, because I know he knows I'm not a liar. So like, I don't understand why people don't believe it if they see it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess sometimes people just resist from spending money on themselves, or they don't, I'll spend, I've always said wellness, health is wealth. So I don't care how much I have to spend on to be healthy.
Love that. Does anybody else, I don't want to put anybody else, and Monica, you've been a joy to work with, and
Thank you. You too.
yeah, your 2025 looks amazing.
Amazing.
Anybody else tonight want to share? I don't want to put anybody on the spot. Rosa, how are you? Are you going to be coming to one of our meetings this time? We missed you last time.
I am great. What meetings are you talking about?
We have
Oh,
one.
great, Rosa. Come on.
No,
On the
I said,
11th
she asked me how I am. I said, I'm great, but what meetings are you talking about?
Well, on the 11th and 12th, we have
11th
meetings.
in Toronto.
Oh, in Toronto. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I just didn't get the address and all that, but
Okay.
it is it January 11th and 12th, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
of
good.
course.
Good.
I will. I have
Go
to.
ahead.
Yeah, so I was looking, and I feel like I've been on this thing for like 6 months, but I just checked. It's still been 3.5 months, because it was like at the very end of August. So it's September, October, November, and part of December. So it's 3.5 months. This has been amazing. The first thing that happened was Ms. Kate Unger texted me and told me she had something to talk to me about. And I was like, okay, it's always interesting. And we're talking, but then we said, let's get on a chat. So we got on a chat. When I saw her physically, it was like a whole different experience. Talking to her on chat was one thing, but seeing her, I go, what is going on? You're so happy. She was so much lighter and happier, and there was absolutely no pressure. It was like, just whatever, listen to one of the thingies, come to one of the thingies, see, do what you want to do. It's like, who is this? I go, I like you even better now. So that in itself just enthralled me. to come in. I came in, I started listening to some of the trainings with Paul and Angel, and I didn't really know that we had a true angel on earth. But then, yeah, I found one. I go, oh my God. And Paul with his amazing training, I go, oh, if nothing else, I would finally be trained on how to do this. I like this. So I got the product. It was so interesting that it happened simultaneously. The pull was simultaneous. The benefits of the product from what Kate shared, plus the training that I experienced, was what actually got me into it. It was like, okay, it's a yes, let's do this. I got the product. The first night, I had such vivid dreams. It was insane. And then Paul started to laugh. So he shared his story. And I'm going, you're kidding. One night? I couldn't believe it. And so he just prepped me for more. Okay, fine. We'll see. The next night, it was about the sleep. I didn't really have trouble sleeping. I slept what I considered normal. And I'd get up to go to the bathroom for 1 pee. And I was like, okay, fine. That's good for me. I go back to sleep. But what I found was I wasn't waking up. I just slept through the whole night and go, oh, this is nice to have a full night's sleep. So that kicked in the later in that week. The next thing that started happening was my hair stopped falling. I was complaining like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What do I have to get? Collagen or whatever. Didn't get anything. But I noticed it stopped dropping. And I go, I like that. That was within 2 weeks. So it all came in increments. The next thing that happened was my nails. My nails started to grow like crazy. Within a month, I had to, so now every month for the last 3 months, I have to like chop these nails top and bottom, like it's growing like nuts. I go, okay, I like that. And then simultaneously as that was happening, I had to write this down because I couldn't remember it all. Even though I have high energy, this for me just sort of raised the energy level for a longer period over the day. And I did feel lighter and happier. And it was like, I'm not really stressing out anymore. I seem calmer, but the energy was maintained throughout the day. Because usually by 4 o'clock I drop, but it wasn't dropping. I was good till 7. And that has sustained. The energy level has sustained. And so there's all kinds of other little things. I can't remember them. I didn't write them down. But because, I had the pain, I won the pain gel at the event in Toronto. And within 2 weeks, I felt like really almost no pain. I continued, but before I could completely get rid of the pain, my sister was in pain. So I just gave it to her. And within the first night, she had a full night's sleep. So, of course, sold her another bottle, sold another friend another bottle. I've sold 3 other pain relievers within the last 2 months. So and another girlfriend who tried the Somaderm, she has multiple sclerosis. She's now walking better, stronger, and she's sleeping better. So it's a pleasure to talk about it. I just need to do more of it. But I absolutely love it. And I'm going nowhere. I'm staying right here. Thank you, guys.
I love that. I'm just letting Vanessa know that she can go. Vanessa says she's on her first night of the gel. And how long does this call go? We usually don't go this long.
We don't
Vanessa.
go this long. This is just a fun night.
This is a special night. So feel free to leave if you need to. Nobody's expecting you to stay. Plus, it's being recorded. We'll get that out to you. Rosa, you are a joy. You were a joy the first time we met you. You were a joy when we met in Toronto. Just so fantastic. And I can't wait to hear. Like we know that we see on the Get on the Gel video, right? The phases, the different phases you're going to experience. And like we said, with other people, what you see on the outside, what's happening on the inside. So just so great to hear. And Rosa, guys, is an incredible coach as well. So her journey is only just getting started here. We'll go to Bruce and then Francisca, if you're able to share afterwards on the reason why you're here on the business, and I'd like to edify you and share why you're here. But Bruce, where, oh, there you are. Once you put your hand down, I lost you. Bruce is Kate's, I don't want to say better half. I think you guys are, I think she's your better half. So I'm gonna side with the women here. She's your equal half. But it was incredible to meet the two of you in Toronto and experience both of you, your love for each other, and just your support for her is incredible. To see that in network marketing is something you don't see a lot of times, right? Where a spouse is so supportive. You know, she's come back into the industry and you're diving right in with her, which I absolutely love to see, but you have your own results. So share with us what you've experienced.
Thanks, Angel. It was great to be there in January, and I'm so glad that the timing worked out that we were there. Being a guy, it's I'm so glad that the product is available for all of the ladies, but ladies, you need to make sure that you speak to the men in your lives as well. You know, there's so many things that as a guy, we just take for granted and we just deal with it and carry on with, you know, with life the way, figuring that's the way it is. But with Kate's changes that I was seeing in her, it's like, well, I want to try this too. So I started using it in September. And honestly, the biggest change that I noticed first was my hair. I have a bad habit of not clearing out my hairbrush. And a couple of weeks into it, I looked at my brush, and the hair at the bottom, being the hair before I started, was really, really thin. And the hair that was fresh was, to me, it was like 2 or 3 times thicker. And I see, I do music videos, and so there's sometimes where I'm walking around, and for most of the time I never see the back of my head, but on that video I see the back of my head, and there's a hole developing in the back of the head, and that is starting to fill in, and it's not like it was. And so there's a lot of different changes that I'm seeing, and I'm really thrilled about the changes personally from a physical perspective. From a perspective of the business, part of getting involved was seeing the success that Kate was seeing, and also being able to add some of my technical expertise side of things, because that's what I do. And Kate's sometimes doesn't come naturally for her for the technical side of things. So it's like, let's do this together and let's build our strengths and build on it. But coming to Mexico was a decision that we made, that we are thrilled that we've made it, and we really love our life here in Mexico. But we left with circumstances that changed by the time we got here to Mexico. So leaving Canada fully employed and arriving in Mexico basically unemployed was a major shift, because working in Mexico is completely different than working elsewhere. So this business has brought hope, it has brought income, it has done so many things for us from a business perspective. Not looking at the physical side of it, but the business side of it has been a great thing for both of us to step in. And I would encourage everybody to take a look at it from that aspect, as well as what it does physically.
Wow, that's awesome, Bruce. Thank you so much. And your technical expertise is really valued to it, even though you had a little trouble getting on the Zoom tonight. Other than that,
I chose the wrong choice. Yes.
No, but we really appreciate the things that you do and the insights and everything. And it was a great thing when you decided to work with Kate. Angel, you wanted to go to Francisca?
I do want to go to Francisca, because if she can open up, I know she said she's having internet issues, but guys, we're seeing a new emergence of leaders coming in from other companies, expert network marketing. She's been in the industry just as long, if not longer than I have, I think, and has done incredible things, trained people, built massive teams. She's done the do and knows what to look for. And I think that this is just to solidify also your belief in, when you're talking to other network marketers, that what we have here at New Life is the thing that's about to happen. So Francisca, congratulations on your business growth already. We're so excited to have you here, but I'd love to hear why you chose us here. And I know that you're not feeling well, and I don't want to put you on the spot. short as you want to, no pressure, but just
And I
with
got to
the-
be honest, she's probably not still under the weather because she's not giving herself a chance to really recover because she's been working her little butt off.
Yeah.
And you had a great acquisition today. A major leader came in under you today, so let's hope for the best there.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys for letting me talk. So basically, I've been doing network marketing before it came online, I feel like Party Late we got going on. So years, decades ago, it feels like the home parties. But I chose you guys because I have been with other companies and the leadership wasn't there, the support wasn't there. And it really affected everything negatively. And I wanted a way to have my team have that support, have that love, like there consistently, not just for 10 days and then it disappears. Like have it there consistently, help everybody on board, and just constantly love them, match their energy, right? So I was introduced by Eugene to this. Sorry, losing my voice here. I've been talking too much. I was introduced by Eugene, and I got the product and tried the product. And day two, honestly, I felt it right away. I had this virus going on. And I literally, before I got the product, wanted to stay in bed and not move. I got the product, and day two, I was running around the house cleaning. I had no voice, couldn't talk to anybody, but I was doing stuff, everything. Was sleeping better. My hot flashes from my hysterectomy are gone. I feel in a better mood, as all of you ladies mentioned. It's just incredible. So the product I fell in love with. And then I met Paul and you, Angel, and just fell in love with you guys too. Like I had a really bad experience with my last company. So I prayed to God to find something that I was meant to do again, because I literally quit and said I was never doing this again. So I found you guys, and I'm just so blessed that I'm here.
We are so blessed to have you. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, just you're going to be putting this company on the map, and I can see you just flying through the ranks here. And I just know what's about to happen. And if God has excelled you this much while you're under the weather, I know what's about to happen when you're not. So anything that's trying to defeat you right now has no power, right? So we know that. And yeah, I'm just so excited for you and your family. And it's just, guys, what we have here is just such a blessing. The ability to be able to meet people that you would never meet before. When Paul says so many times, like, none of us knew each other beforehand, none of us were best friends, okay, Kate and Teresa knew each other from another company, right? Did you guys know each other before that company? Right? So this is what network marketing does. It joins us in this cold market and brings us, I think Fraser Brooks on one of our calls said, you have it's your cold market turns into your friends, turns into your family as they build business with you. And that this is really the family that you get to work with and build with and travel with and share your dreams with, and whatever those dreams are, a couple $100 a month, a few $1,000s a month. You want to be the top of the company and you want to be the number one builder, we'll support you to whatever that is that you want to do. Before I share my little bit, does anybody else want to share anything tonight? I don't want to let anybody get off here. If you had anything to share, any results or anything, raise your hand. If you do, or unmute, we'd love to hear from you. What we're going to do with these tonight, guys, we have the recording, of course, and then we'll clip each one and we'll send it to each of you so that you have your own testimonial, but also we'll put it into a local drive that everybody can access these testimonials and use them throughout the year. This is repurposed content, right? This is something where, I'll share everybody's, absolutely. I'll share everybody's, testimonial on different weeks, and that's how we build the interest, right? Some people need to see it 7 times before they realize I need that too. I wanted to quickly share product wise. I'm like so many of these women. I was perimenopausal when I started. My night sweats stopped the first night. I was sweating at night and I was waking up soaking wet. And the first night I slept and I was dry and I didn't open the window, and I was like, okay, this product's amazing. I need it for the rest of my life. Right? That's what a woman needs. Just like Teresa said when she said I would drink poison if it would stop how I was feeling. That's really how so many women end up feeling. And so for me, that was huge. One other thing I want to mention for women, which wasn't discussed here, and that we heard from Dr. V when we were in Toronto, he's Paul's Korean leader. He came to Toronto to actually give a presentation. He's a plastic surgeon. Is that right, Paul? So he was giving a presentation on.
You want more detail than that, or that's
Oh,
good?
I
no,
was
I
going
don't
to say,
think
what
you do.
kind of plastic surgery
No,
is he,
it's
Paul?
good.
On the
DG.
theme.
But when he's vaginal rejuvenation, right, is what he does. Isn't that what he does? As you
Yeah.
guys Google. Okay, so that's what he does. So he was sharing, there was a couple of things. He said anybody with diabetes, 100% needs to be on the Somaderm to help with their insulin levels, to balance out their sugar levels. He said that anybody who's looking at stem cell therapy needs to be on the Somaderm because it helps with the results of that. And then he said you could apply it to your varicose veins and it'll help with that, because he started going into detail about the veins, and I wasn't listening anymore because all I did was look down. I was in a dress and I'm like, oh my God, I like hit Paul. I'm like, my varicose veins are gone. And it's been like 2 years and I didn't even know. Right? All of a sudden I look down and they're gone. Meanwhile, that's something I've had since I was like 27, and you're self-conscious of it because it's there and you don't like it, but you have to pay to get rid of it. Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's the thing. You can apply to the areas where you have the issues, right? We always talk about the thin skin, but really, where is the issues that you have? When I broke my foot, I was applying Somaderm on my foot every single day, twice a day, and it healed wonderfully. I want to quickly talk about the business. I'm very similar to Francisca, where I was out of network marketing. I was done. You hear Paul and I on normal Wednesday nights, we talk about the 5 pillars and what you need to be looking for in a company. And it's the timing of the company, the unique product line, the compensation plan, the company vision, and the leadership. And if one of those 5 things does not exist in a company, you could be setting yourself up for failure. You may just be a wonderful, glorified customer in another company, and you may be joining for an emotional reason. But for me, I personally experienced that happen, not just once, but a couple of times. And I was done. I was like, I'm not building a network marketing anymore. I'm taking all of this personal development and entrepreneurial experience that I had and all the online experience that I had, and I'm going into traditional business, and that was it. And then I met Paul Capozio on Clubhouse. I got invited to come back and train on network marketing, which I loved. Network marketing is my passion. I 100% love it. It changed my life. And we met, and after a couple of years, I was checking in with him. I needed his help on my business. I'm like, hey, can I get your advice here? And he shared with me New You Life. I took a position and I waited for 2 years to build. I was using the products. I saw everything happening. The reason I'm here with New You Life, making a long story short or a short story long, the 5 pillars are here. Everything that you need for success and everything that you need in the timing of a company is here. And the people who really truly get that and understand that are here because they understand, they see it and they go, oh, whoa, this is like a diamond in the rough right here. I don't know why everybody doesn't know about us yet, but how grateful are all of us to be here in that opportunity of that kind of timing, right? When we know that this product needs to be in the hand of every single man and woman in this world, really, everybody needs it. So I'm experiencing incredible success. It's due to also the partnership with Paul, the leadership that we have here, the team that we have here, what we're building here, the systems that we have, the way we talk to people, the way we share. When we're talking about moving forward, guys, we're obviously not going to have any calls. Next Wednesday is Christmas. The next Wednesday is New Year's Day. So there's obviously not any calls, but we are doing one-on-one calls throughout that whole time. We're taking Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off, right, Paul? is what
Yeah. Well, maybe not all of Christmas Day, but yes.
But no, we're doing what's working right now, guys, is the one-on-one Zooms. They, invite people to come into a conversation no matter where they're at. Maybe they're just like, hey, I don't really know how to build, or I don't even know what I'm looking for. This is my brand. Kate's got experience with us. Teresa's got experience with us. Francisca, you guys know how it works. Mararis, you've been on calls with us. You know how we operate and what we're doing, and that is what's working. So we're focusing our time on that. We're going to be building something new for you guys to share, and that will be announced in the new year. And we'll have new tools for you guys, something exclusive that you can start using that is going to simplify your sharing so that you don't have to wait for an invite to a Wednesday call. We're not just going to use simple recordings. It's going to be something new for you guys to be able to put into action. But what we're seeing is going back to that old school that we talk about, right? Even if it's on a Zoom, the face-to-face works better than inviting to a Zoom call. Being able to talk to Kate and experience her and her experiencing our energy and look in our eyes, even if it's on a Zoom, is much more of an experience than somebody sitting off their camera on a webinar listening to us and then you having to follow up, right?
Right.
That is what's working. The face-to-face in the meetings is what's working. Hearing the testimonials is what's working. When we put this out there, guys, use it on your social media. People hearing these kind of stories and being able to relate to one of them, two of them, three of them is going to be, okay, oh my gosh, I want that experience. That's what we saw happen. So it is a little bit more, we love social media. Of course, we're using that, but we're also using that for cold market, different strategies we're going to be teaching on. We're going to be doing a series of how we're implementing that into business and really just going deep with the team and those who want to use it. It's never forced on you. As much as you can do every single day is up to you. And we want to be here to support you in whatever growth that you have. And if you're a visitor here and you're still here, and I don't know how many are, but if you are still visiting us, this is who we are. This is how we build. Paul, I'll let you close us out for the holidays with your holiday festive jacket. And I just appreciate everybody here that came tonight. Like, honestly, it's just
There's going to be so much content. I'm going to tell you that we're going to give you a marketing plan on what to do with some of these clips, and you're going to believe it or not, you're going to be able to use them on your thing. But let's not rekindle that. That's why you come to us for training and coaching. And the people who are participating, the people who are engaged with the training and coaching, are rank advancing. It's that simple. So look, we celebrated a lot of this past year's achievements, and I don't think this was the greatest year we've had in a long time, but I know 2025 is going to be amazing. So we're looking forward to what's ahead, and starting in January, we're going to introduce all the changes that Angel just talked about. They're going to be really exciting changes to our format, and it's going to make these calls even more impactful and more engaging, but a little bit more limited. All right. So we're going to focus on growth. So as we step into 2025, the mission is going to be really clear. Angel and I know exactly where we're going. We want to empower more people. We want to expand our reach, but we want to build a stronger community of leaders. So 2025 is going to be really turning distributors into true leaders. That's our goal for 2025. So these changes are going to help us achieve that vision together by empowering you guys even more. So a little bit of a call to action. Let's finish this year strong, but really try to enter 2025 with momentum. So whether you're here to improve your health, or you're here to grow a business, or you just want to explore the possibilities and you haven't even made your decision yet. And what do I mean by not making your decision yet? If you're not enrolling people at the rate you want to enroll, if you're not seeing your business or your financial independence growing the way you want it to, you haven't made the decision yet. We can't have people in the same team and some doing better than others, and you want to say it's you. It's not. It's your ability to make the final decision. So know that you're part of something very powerful and very extraordinary. So don't look over at your neighbor and be jealous of what they're doing. Ask us what they're doing, and we'll get you there. All right. So thank you for being part of this amazing journey. Your commitment, the stories, the passion, it inspires me. It inspires Angel. And we're going to keep raising the bar and raising the bar. So here's to a new year of new possibilities. And we promise to deliver even greater content, even greater training, and more support, not only from us, but from the new leaders you're going to see really, really excelling and taking over New You Life. the biggest earner in the history of New You Life hasn't even joined yet. Go find them. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey, Crispin, and don't forget to book us if you need us. I mean, it's not like we're not here for the next.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're working. We're working. But, you know.
Kate, I had to get that in, especially after our conversation. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not like we're not working. We're just not doing another call. I can't stop working. No, but book us if you need
Even
us.
when you're not with you, I'm working. Even when I don't know
Guys,
it, you're
I am so thirsty.
working.
Oh,
You
there
know what
go.
I'm saying.
Exactly.
Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas if we don't
When
see
I
you,
can't
but if you need
feel
us
it,
for 3
you're
weeks, Kenny,
working.
thank
Merry
you so much for
Christmas,
hanging in there.
everyone.
Merry
Bruce, great
Christmas.
job.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for upping the
Merry
testosterone level.
Christmas.
So long,
Good
guys.
night.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.